And for something that is essentially just a CarPlay unit, I don't know why it's so big. So I'm riding around testing out the Carpuride GPS. Well, it's not really a GPS unit. It's a CarPlay unit. It was sent to me free by Carpuride, which is a Chinese manufacturer. I had no idea that they even existed until they sent me an Instagram message, collaborate with them and review a unit for them. And I figured, well, I mean, there's no harm in that. I don't like just having something for a short amount of time and then doing a review. I like to really put things through its paces. Probably the biggest thing that I have a concern with is a lot of the places where I ride, there is very little cell service. And so that's why I'm hesitant to rely on this. Right now I'm using an app called Onyx Off-Road. I've never used Onyx Off-Road for navigation purposes. I use it for planning. I don't want to have to rely on cell service because it's not always going to be there. But I do know that there are a lot of people that are in my audience that are in the Livewire or electric motorcycle community that probably could use this unit. One of the biggest drawbacks to the S2 platforms is the map integration on the TFT. It's not the greatest. It's functional, but it's kind of cumbersome to use. It's a good system. You've got PlugShare, you've got ABRP, Better Route Planner, Electrify America. It's very easy if you're always going to be in cell range or cell phone service to use this on longer electric motorcycle trips, because you can plot, your next stop. It comes with everything that you need for the most part to wire to any motorcycle, any standard combustion motorcycle, but you do need some extra things if you're going to get this for a live wire. I mean, you're going to have to rewire it to take advantage of the P&A port that's on the bike. If you already own the 12-volt cables that I make and sell, you will have to rewire it yourself if you're going to use this on a live wire. All right, so I'm not really out in the middle of nowhere, but let's say that I need to find a place to charge. All right, so I know that this charging point works for me. Now, there are some things that came with it. There's like a little throttle control part that you have here, but all that does is you can either answer phone calls or not, which I guess in this case it would be useful because this is not a capacitive touch. You can't use gloves on it. You have to use your fingers to detect the inputs. Like I'm trying to touch the screen here with my glove and it doesn't do anything. My Garmin unit, it is capacitive so that it doesn't matter if I'm wearing gloves or not. I can touch the screen. It's a functional device. So I think this is a great option for Livewire units that are, whether you have the Livewire 1 or the S2 platform. I think this would be a pretty cool addition, especially for the S2s, because again, that functionality, it's a little bit clunky, it's a little bit cumbersome. Sometimes the app doesn't work. Whereas with this, you could technically use this in your car as well. That is one thing that I do find kind of useful, not useful, which is the security of the screen, and I'll show you here in a second. It comes with this really crazy key, and I get that this is for like security of the device. So let's say you park somewhere, you go into the store, or you're going to go charge. The concern is that someone is going to steal this GPS or this CarPlay screen off your bike. This is the key for it, and again, it's kind of a weird key. It's made out of I don't know if it's made out of steel or aluminum. To take it off, you've got to stick it in the back of here, and I always forget how to do it. Push it, there we go, like that. Okay, so unit comes off. You remove this. Now it comes with two keys, which is good. Again, that's such a weird key. I guess the rub is that, okay, yes, you can leave this thing and it's going to say locked to the mount, but if I wanted to steal this, all I would have to do is just take this off the ball joint, unscrew that, and then now I have your CarPlay screen. So I guess, it's very easy to just steal this. So I think it's good that the option is there, and that really depends on how you mount this to the bike. I don't think that this came with any other options for me to mount it. Maybe there's some screw holes back here, so maybe you could do like something around the bar, mount it easier or a little bit more secure, and so that would make sense for this key thing to be on there. How I have it here, it's kind of pointless, and so it's cumbersome to have to use a key to take this thing off With my Garmin GPS, there's literally just a button in the back. You press it and it just pops off. It is so easy to use, and it's, you know, it's not as bulky as this. You've got this sunblock, which I guess is pretty nice, and then you have this huge mounting unit on the back. I can't necessarily fit this in my pocket. And for something that is essentially just a CarPlay unit, I don't know why it's so big. That's what she said. And that really, this is just the designer in me kind of nitpicking this thing. I think for most people, this is totally fine and totally functional, and it's not going to be an issue for most people. There are just some conveniences that come with the Garmin series that this thing doesn't have, but vice versa. You know, the Garmin XT, it doesn't have CarPlay, so, you know, there's trade-offs with everything. It's not always about, I don't think that there's ever such thing as the perfect singular solution to anything. It's really about what you're willing to deal with and without. And I do know that I have a couple other nitpicks, but initial impressions, it's okay.